Okay, we ready.
Allah.
We open the council meeting in the name of Allah.
Okay, ready? Super 34. The time, in parentheses, as sabor. Time, they say, what time is it? They say it's game time. Oh no, we bigger than game time. It's time to know thyself. That's what time it is. And get to know who you are. That's what time it is.
Salah.
Yes, indeed. Verse 1 says, O people, there is no other deity but Allah. 2 said, the compassionate, the beneficent, the gracious. 3 says, all prayer, not some, but all prayers and homage be to Allah and no other. All prayer and homage. 4, all moments and days. Every moment of the second, every moment of the minute, every moment of the hour. Are you taking advantage of that? Are you doing good in all moments, in all days? Are you learning the wrong from the right in every moment, in every day? Are you practicing morals and virtue in every moment, in every day? 5 goes on to say all space and distance. 6, all movement and each event. 7 says all Allah is all time and places.
There go the definition for time.
There you go. You got to be here and you got to be in there at such and such in time. Don't even have Allah in mind. How you think you get from A to B? I believe you got to breathe in and inhale and exhale. You ain't even thinking about that. Where the oxygen comes from, did you create it or it created you? But we get caught up in everything but the wrong. We caught up in the wrong thing but not the right thing. Said Allah is all time. Not sometime, but all time. But look at you.
This is what's
You the
important.
most sometime people on the planet. Sometime this, sometime that.
Yes. We have to understand the science of time.
Mm-hmm.
Because he who understands the science of time control your time.
Right on.
And with knowledge of self, that's not permitted.
That's right.
So that's haram
Mm-hmm.
to Allah.
Yeah.
When we speak about time, most people know seconds, minutes, and hours.
Yeah.
They forget about the precious moments.
Ooh-wee. Mm-hmm.
Time is the collection of all moments.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Mm-hmm.
And when we say law is the all time.
All.
So we
Moment.
say time, yes.
Yeah.
Time is movement.
Yeah.
Movement is what brings about E. Like energy, the letter E,
Yeah.
events.
Events. Right on.
So movements creates events.
Right on.
And all events and movements have to cross space.
Beautiful.
From here to there is the
Mm-hmm.
distance in between.
Mm-hmm.
And all that belongs to
Allah.
Allah.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we have to understand.
Right on.
All law
Yeah.
is all time and place.
All time.
So no matter where you go,
Mm-hmm.
where you look,
Where you at?
what they say, you pick up a rock, I am there.
Yeah, that's right.
Lift up a stone,
Yes, sir.
I am there.
Pick up your feet.
Hey, I am there.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
So it's nowhere that our Creator is not.
Nah, beautiful. Beautiful.
So this is the knowledge and this is the crime that has been committed
That's right.
on our people,
Yeah.
portraying others' identities
Yeah.
when we was taught to be ourselves.
Right on.
But school systems taught us to be other identities.
Right on.
And through that, we have lost track of culture, time, and self-knowledge.
That's right.
And that is the greatest crime
Yeah.
to ever be committed.
Yeah.
To take away from a
Yeah.
people
Your precious time.
and to not educate the people
Mm-hmm.
who they are.
Yeah.
This is the greatest crime to ever be committed
Right on.
in the laws of humanity.
Right on.
Laws made by men is not covering this span of eternity.
That's right. That's correct. Mm-hmm.
Equality is not moving throughout the boundless universe.
No, it's not.
People are being tortured. People are being judged.
Yeah.
People are being sentenced
Yeah.
for worse and by worse criminals.
That's right.
Worse sinners are judging people
That's right.
who have been taught
Yeah.
that they was born a sinner.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And this is the example of why our minds have been infested.
Mm-hmm.
And today is a day of that extinguish.
Yeah.
Extinguish the fire.
Yeah.
Burn the objects
Mhm.
through the knowledge of the senses.
Mm-hmm.
Now we getting more sense into the sensibility of what is time.
Yeah.
This is how you unlock your whole potential.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Time travelers.
Time travelers,
Look
great
at
point.
that. But I want to say something to that.
Time travelers.
Just look what an idiot you are. Excuse me a minute.
Ignoring.
Look what an ignorant and idiot you have become. You allow someone call a company to wrap you up. In his time, he had the clock on the wall and it go from 1 to 12, if you notice. Yet it's 24 hours in a day, but he stops at 12. on his time clock. And then he have you coming to his job and you're working for him all the time, and Allah has no time, and he the one gave you everything that you have, but you surrender that and turn your back on Allah, and you turn it to Uncle Sam and your job. And that's who gets all of your time. Your family can't even get hardly none of it because you at the job, and now you've been tricked that you got to have money. Well, when we was born, did we have money then? Wasn't no paper around with the money on it, with the names and God we trust and all this stuff. But that goes to show you how far you have drifted into left field. All the wrong. It ain't practicing the right. What time is it? Time to go to work. You're looking at the clock, time to get off. And the bigger the majority of us, that's all we do is work for somebody else. And you got to ask him to get off. Can I get off? Can I go here? Can I go there? He has taken over your life and controlling your life, and you don't even realize it. That's why knowledge is power, and it's time to get with the program. 7 say Allah is all time and places. Where you going? It belongs to Allah. But you never forgot who created the heaven and the earth and the sky and the land thereof. You don't forgot. You think Uncle Sam or Charlie controls everything. He don't. Look at that madman just dropping bombs and killing people left and right. That's a madman do that. Let's move on. It says the 8th verse said, do not be concerned then by Christian time. I think the man that owns these old companies, he called himself a Christian. And that's why he have you on his time clock. You ain't on, you don't have him on your time clock, but somehow, some way, he has you on his time clock. And you know, son, when I was working at the time, they used to have a clock on the wall. When you get there, time you get there, you got to punch in. They had a time clock with a card, brown card. And you hit it, slide it down in that slot, they go, a clue. And you pull it out and put it up there in your little, it was a little old rack. With everybody that works, they're all employees. And when you get to the job, you got to clock in. And then when you get ready to leave, you clock out. Yeah. Time clock they had. Got a time clock on the wall. He had it. And the scripture said, do not be concerned. And that's all you concerned about is getting to work on time. And nothing else.
For example, an 8 to 5. What they call a 9 to 5.
9 to 5. 8 to 5.
Yes, these time traps. So these time traps, when it's saying Christian time, that's talking about AD.
Yeah.
The Christian time has been considered CE, Christian era.
Yeah.
See, that era, don't be concerned about the whole history of what's been going down. Because they've been pillars of ignorance.
Yeah.
Standing and falling for ignorance.
Yeah.
And the Persians, those are the ones who created the BC time.
Look at that.
So you got two divisions of time, correct?
Yeah.
When we look into history
Yeah.
or today,
Yeah.
how you record time, you
Yeah.
have a BC
Yeah.
and you have a CE.
That's right. CE.
But they call it AD too.
Yeah.
They use many different things
Yeah.
for different rulers, French,
Yeah.
European rulers,
Yeah.
European kings.
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't do that over here.
Right.
On this land, we don't go by kings.
Mm-hmm.
We don't do those words and titles over here.
No.
Queens.
Yeah.
We don't do that on the land over here.
That's right.
So when it comes to when they conquer these indigenous people uninvitedly by coming into their own land.
Yeah.
When foreigners came into the inhabitants' indigenous land, they began to start marking time.
Yep.
And so from 10,000 BC, they've been really tracing time.
Mm-hmm.
And they've been tracing time from themselves, 10,000 BC, up the way till we get to 2023 CE.
Yeah.
So that's before Christian, Persian.
Yeah.
And then you got Christian era, Christian time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then when you look at it, he got time zones set up. Like he got Eastern Standard Time, Mountain Standard Time, Pacific Standard Time. He has all kind of time. Got 4 time zones. Who set that up? We don't even ask ourselves who even set it up. And I just read that it said that all time and places ain't said nothing about no Eastern Standard Time and no Pacific Standard Time and no Mountain Standard Time. So somebody set up shop. 9 said not even concerned about Persian time. You just got that out your mouth. So we're dealing with the Christian and the Persian, 2 crooks that has set up shop. They got certain time they'll be to church if you observe that. And they got certain time you get out. Certain time. It says all moments and all movement is a law. They set up shop that they got certain days that you go to work and certain days you don't. Just look at his setup. Just like they set up the 25th of December and then everybody be off. But after that, then everybody get back busy. And you can see the control that he has over people. Clearly as day. And we keep just see along, go along. Monkey see, monkey jump and do. The 10th verse says, only reject the ignorance and stupidity of the Yamaya who worship the moon as a deity. Ignorance and stupidity is wrapped so deeply amongst the melanated people. Because we love ignorance and stupidity. We believe everything the so-called Europeans say. Question nothing but just monkey see, monkey do. The 11th verse says, truly, there are no more ignorance and disrespectful to Allah. It's time to stop this foolishness. Ignorance should have no place in your life. And disrespectful to Allah shouldn't have no place in your life. But for some reason, people do this daily. Like, give us this day our daily bread. 12th verse says, then those who ignore the day only to worship the night. Ignore the day and worship the night. Sleep all day and then get up and start probing and rambling at night. Thirteenth verse says, what brings life? Ask the question. What brings life? Next question in the same verse says, what warms us? You know, I was reading the scripture and say how pleasant it is for the eyes to behold the sun. It's God's creation that warms us. Let me tell you something. If the sun didn't shine and didn't give off his heat, you would freeze to death. Ain't nothing that man can make can keep us warm. We should be forever grateful for life itself. But man, for some reason, have no respect for life. I mean, just look at the USA and Israel and all them other countries as well, because it's everybody right now in a killing mood. Everybody right now in a destructive mood. They don't love life. And they just taking it like it don't even supposed to exist. How can we live without life? You got to have life. And when you don't respect life itself, the only life is important is somebody that live in America or live in Israel. When you start thinking like that, doomsday is coming. All life is important no matter where you may be upon the earth in all continents. 14th verse says, truly the moon is our most ancient companion. I bet you didn't know that. I bet you didn't know the moon was your companion. "15 said, yet she the moon, is the bridesmaid." All I can think about the sun and the moon. The bridesmaid. We talking about divine creation going on here, but you so earthly bound that you just think of the maid that you see as a woman. It's bigger than that.
In Sufa 34, it's explaining some beautiful things, some heard and some not heard.
Yes, indeed.
And number in Sufyan language is Musi. Musi 10. There's a word I want to point to, and that word is worship. Worship is a strong word. So there's people who have been taught
Yep.
to worship ignorance.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
And a form of worshiping ignorance is to worship the moon as a deity.
Mm-hmm.
As a deity.
Mm-hmm.
So people have tricked people from old to present that the moon is a deity. And that the moon or sun is to be worshipped. They say ancient cultures were sun worshippers. Now they say newer cultures are moon worshippers. Now they say you got sun cults called Osiris cults, and you got moon cults called Isis cults. So this is withstanding that act is proclaimed to be haram. That act is not halal. That act is not permitted. So worshiping objects, as it said in the Bible, making any image of your creator is blasphemy. Your creator is all. This is why all law. Law is all. So how you gonna make an image of all when all is already has its image? So we have to understand that we have been tricked, duped, and hoodwinked by false teachers preaching false teachings that have no knowledge, and this knowledge is not known. We respect the moon as our companion, but no one of the great God Allah worships any object. As Musi 3 says, all prayers and homage be to Allah. So all be to Allah and no other. The moon is the bridesmaid, and we know how special that is.
Yeah.
Bridesmaid is signaling to us
Beautiful.
a knowledge to understand what the moon is. As it stated, companion. And as it restated, to show the quality of companionship. A bridesmaid.
Yes, indeed.
That's fit for a honeymoon.
Ooh, a honeymoon. Hey,
It's
boy,
said.
that's beautiful. Beautiful.
As fit for a honeymoon.
Honey.
So when the moon gets its glow from its sun, it's groomed. That moon
Beautiful.
turns into honey.
Beautiful.
And that full moon is a honeymoon.
Ooh-wee.
Showing you what brings life. And showing how life works right for the plain, for even the most ignorant to see. Go outside tonight
Yeah.
and look at the full moon. That's a honeymoon. Take the time out. It won't take your time out long just to look up
Yeah. Come out that club and walk out.
and see. Yeah, come from out the walls and come into and watch the true ceiling.
Yes, indeed.
Come out and see the true walls
Yes,
and the
indeed.
true ceiling to the true house of the great God. That all in the world is within.
All space.
Yes.
This.
Allah is the world, and all within
Mm-hmm.
the world is part of a law.
Yes, indeed.
We living somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't living in thin space. We on ground.
Right on.
Solid ground.
Right on.
So yes, that's Super 34.
That's time, beautiful. That time.